Welcome to another Foolish Thoughts episode. This is Joseph Barone, aka A Fool for Learning, and our foolish thought for today is an unbelievable job opportunity. Now, even though I'm retired, I still like to look at job advertisements. Now, why do I do that? Well, it just simply interests me to see what type of jobs are being advertised, the qualifications, the locations, and of course, how much they're offering. Now, I don't spend hours a week doing this. I probably spend like 10 or 20 minutes per week. It's just something that interests me. But in August of 2025, on Craigslist, I came across one entitled Hiring a Personal Assistant for Home. And in parentheses, it said Bethesda. And for those of you who do not know, Bethesda is an area in Montgomery County, Maryland, just outside of Washington, D.C. So I decided to open it up, just curious, and see what the qualifications are. Now, I'm going to read for you the pitch. This was the pitch in the advertisement. Here goes. Do you want to, quote, work side by side with a visionary entrepreneur, end quote? Learn the inner workings of multiple successful companies and gain skills that can change your life forever? This is the opportunity, or this is your opportunity to step into the daily world of, quote, a 7-time tech entrepreneur and investor, end quote, who has built and sold companies, been featured on Forbes, produced Netflix level projects, and worked with some of the most influential names in business and entertainment. Now, my first question is, why is this person who is touting themselves as a visionary entrepreneur, an investor, and featured in Forbes and did Netflix projects, why is this person advertising on Craigslist? Something is not right. But let me continue with the description. We are seeking a, quote, personal executive assistant who can regularly travel to Gaithersburg, Maryland to manage a combination of, quote, professional and personal tasks. You will even be the go-to person for organization scheduling, household management, and day-to-day problem solving. This is a, quote, fast-paced, hands-on role that demands focus, resourcefulness, and the ability to participate needs before they arise. You'll be working directly with the CEO of both business and lifestyle entertainments, from meetings with investors to preparing the home for a VIP guest. So, what are the key responsibilities? Well, they include what you should typically find in such handling emails, organizing the home and office, cooking, and ensuring that everything is always guest ready. Now, what makes this job different? Direct mentorship, insider access, skill development, long term growth, and life experience. And as I mentioned, this job was posted in August of 2025. So, where is this job located? Well, here's a red flag for me. The title says Bethesda, but in the description, you hear that you need to report to Gaithersburg, Maryland on a regular basis. What does this job pay? Between $10 and $20 per hour. Who should apply? Females only. And females is spelled FEE in capital letters, space MALES. Now, folks, I understand that people are willing sometimes to trade a high salary to gain experience. In fact, there was a radio talk show many, many years ago when I was growing up in New York City about this gentleman who would start businesses. And what he would do is either he or we send someone to learn the business, sometimes doing the work for no cost in that business in order to learn the ins and outs and then start that particular business in a totally other end of the town or city that they were in or in a totally different location. Now, but my question to you is, why would a person who's a big time entrepreneur and investor and Forbes featured do this unless, well, maybe you get the picture of what I'm thinking. And by the way, if you want to see the full advertisement, I'm going to try to see if I can put it on my podcast channel, YouTube and Rumble. And folks, you just simply can't make this up. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? Does it send up red flags to you like it did to me? So, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to this episode. And if you learned something, please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, or even share with a friend. This is Joseph Barone, aka A Fool for Learning, signing out. Remember, learn, perform, succeed.